Hey folks, welcome to Hatha Level 1-2 Split. So we're just going to allow a couple of minutes for everyone to get their props ready. So what we'll need for today is a small blanket, one body-sized towel or beach towel, and one of your pillows that you can take from your bed, and a scarf or a belt. So we're just going to wait about 5-ish minutes for folks to get their props ready. And then once you get your props ready, you're going to place your blanket up at the top of your mat where your head's going to rest. And then you're going to make yourself a bolster with your towel and your pillow. You're going to rest your either your belt or your scarf off to either sides of your mat. So we're going to begin by making our bolster. So you're going to take your pillow, you're going to fold your pillow in half, okay? Like so, lengthwise. You're going to take your towel, you're going to extend your towel out lengthwise, and then you're going to roll your pillow up just like a little burrito. So put your folded pillow in half right onto the towel. You start rolling it nice and tightly. Make sure that it's nice and firm. And then there you go. You now have a bolster to work with. So we're just going to wait another couple of minutes, allowing folks to get their props ready and in order. Okay? If you are ready and you've taken your seat, beginning to close your eyes. And taking a few deeper breaths. Closing your eyes if you haven't already. Beginning to lift through the crown of the head, aligning the chin with the earth. Getting into some more expansive breaths. Feel the different areas of the body expand with every single inhalation. Deepen the breath. Step inside the framework of the body, observing every sensation from the feet all the way to the top of the head. From the top of the head all the way down to the base of the feet. Notice all of the happenings within the framework of the body. Allow your mind to be completely consumed by breath and sensations. Today's focus for our Hatha level 1-2 practice will be to open the hips, release the entire length of the spine, and ground ourselves down into the earth, rooting, creating a strong foundation for our well-being, a strong foundation to become centered, peaceful, holding equanimity within the mind. Getting in touch with your strength, your creative energies, your power. Releasing any stuck energy throughout the length of the body. Giving yourself permission to breathe, to feel. Giving yourself permission to be. Giving yourself permission to honor your body and to love yourself. With these thoughts in mind, let's gently take the palms of the hands together in Anjali Mudra in front of the heart, resting the lengths of the thumbs over the sternum to connect with the rhythm of the heart's beat. Connect to your heart. Feel your heart. Breathe into your heart. Let us take our inhalation to Om to start today's practice. Inhaling now. Rubbing your hands vigorously together, creating heat through friction. Once you find it, your hands get toasty and warm, begin to cup the hands over the face. Inhale the warmth of the touch. Exhaling the hands away from the face, a gentle transition from darkness to light. All right, so we are going to start today's practice opening up the spine and the sides of the body. So, little quick note here before we begin. Sometimes some spines can feel discomfort in extension. Extension is when your spine, when your tailbone is sticking out, your spine is curling so that the front of the body is fully exposed and open. Flexion is the opposite motion where the spine reaches towards the back. Okay. So if you're one of these individuals where you feel discomfort in the spine in extension, so this action here, you can choose to take something that's lower than your bolster that you've made. You can actually just fold your towel or your blanket lengthwise to create less of a height for the comfort and well-being of your spine. So if that's not the case and you would like to go into your full extension, please take or leave your blanket, or you can take another blanket or a little pillow up at the top of your mat to rest your head on. And you're going to take your homemade bolster about a torso lengths away from your top blanket. Okay? And from here, all you're going to do is you're going to shift your sit bones back onto the earth. You're going to rest your spine down, resting your head over your pillow. Then from here, we're going to take the heels close towards the sit bones, getting ready for bridge. On your inhalation, pressing through the feet, take your hands on either sides of your bolster. You're going to inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. And then you're going to take your bolster right underneath the hips. The pelvic bowl is fully supported. So from here, we're in a full back extension. If this feels uncomfortable to you or a little bit too much with sensation, you can bend your knees, plant your feet, and still allow this softer version of an extension to help open and release your spine. If not, you can start to take your arms back and start to walk your feet forward. You can start to close your eyes here. Begin to relax every single muscle throughout the body, starting from the base of the feet. Send your exhalations into the areas where you would like to release tension. Through the base of the feet, the tops of the feet, ankles, calves, shins, and knees. Use your breath like medicine, sending your exhalations to the areas where you would like to release the tension. Observing stillness. Now we're going to stay here for about 3 minutes and notice how the sensations start to change and increase over time. Breathe through the sensations and allow the entire length of the spine to relax and open up. Guide your breath through the front of the body, allowing the front of the body to open up towards the sky. Stay with the breath, stay with sensations. Take the last 3 breaths here, inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling through an open mouth. Last breath. Slowly begin to walk your feet over towards the bottom right-hand corner of the mat. You can either choose to cross your ankles or leave them open. And then you're going to walk your shoulders over towards the right, the hands towards the top right-hand corner of your mat. You can either choose to take a hold of your left wrist or leave your hands open. From here, at any point in time, if you experience a level of discomfort that takes you away from your practice, you can take the bolster away from your mat and practice this crescent moon pose on the ground in order to open up the sides of the body, releasing tension, releasing frustration and agitation. Coming into a place of calm, using your breath to move through sensation, and to stay within a space of equanimity, equilibrium of the mind. With every exhalation, surrendering the body to gravity, surrendering and let go. Release every single engagement throughout the body. Allow the muscles to become soft and unengaged. Take the last 3 breaths here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. On the last exhalation, uncross the limbs, guiding the limbs back to center. Inhale to prepare movement. And upon the next exhalation, walking the feet over towards the bottom left-hand corner of your mat. And doing exactly the same thing as you did on the other side. So if you crossed your ankles on the other side, please cross your ankles on this side as well. If not, keep them open. Shifting your shoulders over towards the left corner and the hands towards the top left-hand corner of the mat. Take a couple of deeper breaths here and allow the body to settle. Surrender to gravity. And allow every single muscle to let go, lengthening, releasing, opening up. Noticing the sensations throughout the entire right side of the body, from the base of the right foot all the way towards the fingertips. Within a space of no reaction, only observation, no judgment. Take the last 3 breaths here. In through the nostrils, exhaling through an open mouth. Upon the next inhalation, begin to take the body back to center, resting the arms back towards the earth alongside the body, uncrossing the legs, planting the feet, bending the knees. Inhale to press through the feet, lift the hips off your bolster. You're going to slide your bolster off to one side of your mat and slowly release the spine back to the earth. From here, you can start to take the knees into the chest, taking the spine into flexion. You can start to rock from side to side, massaging the spine. And then to give ourselves a little bit of a twist, you can take the feet as wide as the mat. Take the arms into either cactus or T, and begin to swish the knees from side to side, releasing the hips, releasing the lumbar spine. Be slow and methodical with your movement and begin to synchronize your breath on each exhalation, descending the knees. Every inhalation to transfer the knees over towards the opposite side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, so from here, we're going to start to get into the hips and the legs. So make sure that your strap or your scarf is readily accessible to either side of your mat. From here, we're going to start to get a little bit of mobility in through the hips first. Let's take the knees in through the chest, hands over the knees. Inhale to pull the knees into the chest. Exhale to rotate the knees outward away from each other in a circular motion. Draw big circles with your knees, bringing mobility and fluidity in through the hips. Take one more breath before changing directions. Begin to change directions at the base of the final exhalation. Two and 1. Perfect. Let's begin to descend the base of the left foot down to the ground, keeping your knee bent at first. You have always the choice to extend your left leg forward. So from here, have your bolster readily available as well. Some of us might need it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the belt or your scarf, whichever one you have today, underneath the base of the right foot. Then from here, you may choose to either extend your left leg all the way back down to the ground or keep the knee bent if that is more comfortable for you. From here, as you inhale, press through the heel of the feet and then begin to flex the foot so that the toes point towards you. As you exhale, begin to draw the leg closer towards the body. Guide your breath through the entire backside of the right leg, lengthening and opening up. When I count down from 3, we're going to inhale navel to spine and then exhale to take the gaze closer towards the right extended leg. In 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, navel to spine. Exhale, take the gaze towards your right knee or shin. For 3, 2, And 1. Exhale, release the shoulders and the head back to the earth. And from here, we're going to transfer the straps into your left hand. Keep your right arm open. Inhale, press through the heel. Exhale to guide the leg across the body. So here's where some of us might want a bolster. You may choose to rest your foot over your bolster, or all the way towards the earth, if that's available for you today. Start to take your gaze past the right shoulder. The only muscle throughout your the only group of muscles, rather, throughout your entire body should only be the left hand that is holding your scarf or your belt. Every single other muscle throughout the entire length of the body, softening, releasing, relaxing, letting go. Breathe through the sensations of your glute, hip, and thigh. Take the last 3 breaths here before shifting into an open position. Upon the last exhalation, inhale the leg back to center, nice and slow. You're going to transfer the strap into your right hand. You can anchor your left hip with the left palm of your hand down to the ground. Exhale, the right leg opens up wide. Again here, you may choose to rest your foot over a bolster or allow it to gravitate towards the earth. Last 3 breaths. Inhale the leg back to center. Release the strap. And then slowly begin to release the right leg back down to the earth. Staying here for only 2 breaths. Keeping your eyes closed. Notice the difference with the sensations from the right side of the body to the left side of the body. Beautiful. Begin to bend both knees. And we're going to take that strap, the scarf or belt, right underneath the base of the left foot. Exactly the same position as you did with the right leg. From here, you have the option of either keeping your knee bent, if that's more comfortable for your spine today, or you can extend your right leg all the way back down towards the earth. Press through the heel of the left foot and tuck the toes towards you, flexing. And then from here, grabbing either sides of the straps with both hands. Inhale to press up to the sky. Exhale to pull the leg closer towards the body. Nice deep exhalations to the entire back side of the left leg. Three, two, getting ready to pull the navel in to take the gaze towards the shin or the knee. And one, inhale, navel to spine. Exhale, gaze towards the knee or the shin. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the shoulders and the head back to the earth. You're going to take the straps in through the right hand. Then we're going to open up the left arm wide. Exhale to guide the leg across the body, taking the foot either over a bolster or allowing the leg to drape towards the earth, taking your gaze past the left shoulder. The only engaged muscles throughout the entire body are the muscles that help keep the strap into your right hand. Every single other muscle, from the base of the feet to the crown of the head, remains unengaged, soft, and fully released. Using your breath like medicine, exhale your breath in through the areas where you would like to release tension. Last 3 breaths. Inhale back to center. And then as you exhale, you're going to take the leg wide. And again, you can either take your foot over your bolster to keep your leg in place, or you can allow the leg to drape towards the earth. You can take your right palm and plant it over your right hip, grounding your hip down to the ground, keeping the hips level to the earth. Guide your gaze past the right shoulder, breathing deeply in through the left hip. Last 3 breaths. Inhale back to center. Exhale to release the strap and release the leg back to the earth. All right, so you're just going to take a couple of breaths here, witnessing the subtle differences or not so subtle differences within the sensations from the left to the right side, from the right to the left. Bringing a bit of mindfulness into our practice, keeping our awareness within the framework of the body. Begin to take the knees into the chest, rolling from side to side to start. And then finally coming back into stillness, we're going to take our knees nice and wide, coming into happy baby. Let's take the feet up towards the ceiling, taking the hands around the outer edges of the feet. From here, we can either keep our hands where they are here. You can take a hold of your big toe, or if you can't reach your feet, you can use a belt on the base of both feet, or a strap or a scarf. So from here, we're going to inhale, navel to spine, ground the spine down to the ground, the entire length. And then as you exhale, we're going to open up that right leg. Allow yourself to tip over to the right as you tuck the left heel in through the groin. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Extend the left leg. Tuck the right heel in. Inhale, center. Exhale, both knees drawn to the earth. Get nice and wide here. Strong bend to the knees. Feet are facing the sky. Knees draping to the earth. For 3, 2, and 1. Descend the feet as wide as the mat. Arms into cactus. Swish the knees from side to side. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's roll over towards the right side of the body, bending the knees. Let's take the left hand in front of the chest here on the earth. Inhale to rise. And then as you exhale, we're going to come into tabletop position. So we're going to actually be on our knees for a significant period of time. So what you can do to provide a little bit more padding for your knees, comfort is always key, and happiness within the body. You want to take your blanket, you can fold it as much as you like, to provide a little bit of padding for under your knees. Coming into tabletop position, wrists are underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. We're going to flow through 4 cat-cows. Inhale to cat, rounding the spine. Exhale to cow to release the spine. Now, I really want you to focus on the breath here. Big, drawn, deep inhalations. I want you to think about pulling energy from the ground into your body. And then as you exhale, releasing the spine and the belly, you're going to open up your mouth and let out a big exhalation. 4 breaths. Let's go. Inhale. And out. 3. 2. Last breath, the biggest breath. Excellent. Let's take the spine back to a neutral space. And then from here, we're going to slide the right toes back and slide the left hand forward. So opposite limbs. On the inhalation, we're going to lift the limbs. We're going to press back through the extended heel. So the right heel, you're going to reach forward vigorously through the left hand. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift. Press, press, press all the way back through that right heel. Reach all the way to the front. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, take the elbow and the knee in, curling the spine upward. Inhale, press and reach. Exhale in. 2 more breaths. Inhale, press and reach. Exhale in. Last breath. Beautiful. Let's release the left hand back to the earth and extend that right leg all the way back, giving our spines a little bit of a twist here. We're going to inhale, left hand reaches all the way up towards the sky. Press back through the right heel. As you exhale, trace the fingertips across the sky all the way to the back. Keep your gaze looking back past your left shoulder. And from here, you have an option. You can either keep reaching back, or you begin to wrap your left arm around the back body towards the opposite hip. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to trace the fingertips across the ceiling. And then exhale, you're going to thread the needle. You're going to draw that left arm underneath the right. You're going to come all the way down onto the left shoulder, and you're going to walk your right hand forward. Open up your fingers nice and wide. And you can either stay here and breathe through the space between the shoulder blades, or pull the navel tightly into the spine to gain a little bit of stability here. You can start to float the right foot up towards the sky. Nice deep breaths. Three, 2, and 1. Exhale. Release the toes back to the earth. Slide the right hand back in front of the face. Inhale to press and reach up. Exhale, left hand come back to the earth. And then we're going to inhale, float the right leg back up. As you exhale, I'm just going to flip over this way so you can see what we're going to do. On your exhalation, you're going to take your right leg wide. Begin to descend the forearms down towards the earth. So the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Then from here, you're going to inhale, you're going to take the right hand towards the right feet, the right toes. You're going to rotate your left fingers in. So your fingertips should be facing the same direction of your right foot. Inhale, right fingertips up to the sky, open up your chest. Exhale to thread the needle. You're going to take your right arm behind the left, and you're going to reach in the opposite direction of your right extended leg. Be mindful not to touch the earth when you reach. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread the needle. 2 more breaths. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, hands back underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lifting that right leg off the earth. And then as you exhale, you're going to glide the right leg past the left, landing on the toes. Walk it as far past the left leg as possible. Press back through the heel and keep your gaze towards your right foot. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, center. Exhale, untuck the toes. Take the sit bones back, child's pose. Last breath. Inhale, table. Exhale, tuck the toes under, slide the left foot back, right hand forward. Inhale, lift, reach, and press. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, center. Curl the spine up to the sky, knee and elbow come in. Inhale, press through the base of the left heel, reach through the right fingertips. Exhale in. Inhale, press and reach. Exhale in. Inhale, press and reach. Last round. Exhale in. Release the right hand back to the earth. Inhale, press back through the left heel. Exhale, left leg is wide. Okay? Coming down onto your forearms. You're going to step the left hand towards the left foot, and then you're going to rotate the right arm inward so that the fingertips are facing the same direction as the left foot. Inhale to open. Exhale to twist. Guide your left hand behind the right arm, reaching in the opposite direction of the extended leg. Inhale, open. Exhale to thread the needle. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Exhale, pull the navel towards the spine. Inhale to lift the left leg off the earth. Sweep it all the way past the right foot. You're going to take a peek at your left foot as you press back through the left heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to center. Exhale, untuck the toes, child's pose, 2 full breaths. Inhale, table. Exhale, tuck the toes. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to go through some hip rotations. So think about isolating the movements in just through the hips while maintaining a straight, long spine, okay? First, start by pulling the navel towards the spine, setting the spine with integrity, fully engaged in place. Begin to bend the right knee in toward the chest, inhaling. As you exhale, rotate that knee outward without shifting the spine. Make big circles with your right knee, keeping the spine nice and long, reaching through the crown of the head, isolating the movement within just the right hip. 1 more rotation before you change directions. Perfect. Shifting the knee backward and drawing your circles in the opposite direction. 2, and 1. Release the right knee back to the earth. Tuck the right toes under. Inhale to bend the left knee into the chest. Exhale to make your rotations. One more rotation before changing directions. And then you're going to change directions. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay. From here, we're going to inhale, step the right foot forward. Lift the heart. Untuck the left toes. On your exhale, you're going to shift your sit bones way back into space, straightening out your right leg. We're going to be moving in and out of this position with the rhythm of your breath. Exhale, sit bones back, fold over your right leg. On your inhalation, you're going to sweep the body towards the front like a wave. The head comes up last. Exhale, sit bones back. Inhale forward, bending the right knee, lifting the crown of the head last. Let's do that 2 more rounds, 2 more breaths. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Last breath. Exhale back. And inhaling forward. We'll stay here in our low lunge. We're going to open up that right hip once again. Heel toe the right foot towards the edge of your mat. And then you're going to flip the toes outward at a 45-degree angle. From here, you can take your bolster if you want to add a little bit of height here to rest your elbows on. Or if you'd like to come a little bit lower, no need for your bolster, and you can just take your arms back down to the earth. Forearms rest. Taking a few deeper breaths here, in through that right hip. Last breath. Beautiful. Inhale, taking the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's heel toe the right foot back in. And then we're going to step that right foot back. Perfect. So knees are together, tucking the toes under. So we're going to go ahead and revisit one of the positions that we did on the right side, and that got missed on the left. So we're going to make ourselves even right now. Slide the left foot back. And then we're going to inhale, right hand up towards the sky. On your exhalation, press back through the left heel and slide the right fingertips all the way back. Take your gaze past the right shoulder. And you can either stay here, or you can begin to loop your right arm around the back side of the body towards the opposite hip. Couple more breaths. Inhale to trace the right fingertips up across the sky. As you exhale, you're going to slide the right arm right underneath the left, coming down onto your right shoulder, and you're going to walk your left hand forward. Open up your fingers nice and wide. And you can either stay here to breathe through the space in between the shoulders, or you can pull the navel in towards the spine and begin to float the left leg up high to the sky. Three, 2, and 1. Begin to lower the left leg back down to the ground, sliding the left hand in front of the face. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, right hand back down to the earth. And then we're going to take the left knee back down beside the right. Inhale, left foot forward, coming into our low lunge on the left side. We're going to untuck the right toes. Inhale, crown comes up towards the sky. Open up the chest and the heart. Exhale, sit bones back. Folding over your left leg, extending the left leg completely. Inhale forward, bending the left knee, taking the crown of the head up last. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last 2 breaths on your own. Last breath. Inhale forward. Exhale to step the left leg back. Perfect. All right, let's take the pinkies towards the edges of the mat. Open up the fingers up nice and wide. Tuck the toes under. Send the heels back. We're going to slide your blanket that was supporting your knees, if you chose to do that, off to one side of the mat. Begin to pedal out your knees here. For 3, 2, and 1. Take the gaze towards the front of the mat, bending your knees here. You're going to exhale, hop or step towards the front. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. We're going to open up your feet so that you're about a little bit wider than hip width distance apart, getting ready for our squats. Then your feet are going to be pivoted outward at about a 45-degree angle. So this is our peak for the class today, before we come back down to our mats. And the breath part of this is integral to healing our bodies, healing our minds, and freeing ourselves while opening up the hips, strengthening your legs, and finding stillness within the mind and the body. Upon your inhalation, gathering the light all the way overhead, right over the crown of your head. Upon your exhalation, exhaling through open lips, almost as if you're exhaling through a small straw right in between your lips. Strong, forceful exhalations as you come down into your squat. Descending all of the things that no longer serve you up into the earth. Inhale to gather the light. Exhale the light in through the body to release the dark all the way towards the earth. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Strong exhalation to lower. Last breath, the biggest breath. Staying down here. Reaching through the crown of the head. Opening up the heart and the chest. Squeezing the legs inward, pressing the arms outward, equal pressure. Feeling the earth beneath your feet, opening up your toes wide. Feeling the integrity throughout the entire body. Closing your eyes, connecting to your strength, your power, and your source of creativity. Rooting into the earth. Last breath. Open the palms wide. Inhale to rise. As you exhale, keep your legs extended as you cross the hands to interlace the thumbs and rest the palms over your chest. Inhale, heart to the sky. Exhale the warmth from the hands into the heart. 2 more breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Last breath. Perfect. Let's release the hands back down alongside the body. Inhale to trace the sun. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, step back into your downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here. Upon the last exhalation, pull the navel to the spine. Inhale shifts the body forward into plank. On your exhalation, release the body all the way down onto your mat. Okay. So from here, we're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders, take the feet in together, press the tops of the feet into the mat, and we'll come up into baby cobra 3 times. Inhale, lift the heart off your mat. Float the hands off. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Last round. Inhale, press and lift. Float the hands away from the mat. Hold the breath. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Slide the sit bones back on towards the heels into child's pose. Take 1 breath here. And then begin to walk the hands all the way over towards the right side. As far right as you can walk them, you can either cross palm over the palm or leave the hands open. And begin to take your breath through the entire left side of the body. Last breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands over towards the far left side. Guiding your exhalations throughout the whole right side of the body, expanding and opening up. Inhale, center. Exhale, arms alongside the legs, releasing the forehead down to the ground. Beginning to slide your hands forward. Inhale to lift the crown of the head back up, keeping the sit bones at the heels. And then as you exhale, you're going to take your right hand on the outskirts of the right, so the left hand on the outskirts of the right knee, rather, and then the right hand out behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist towards the right side, taking your gaze past the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale to switch. Perfect. Let's go back to the center. And then to close today's practice, instead of Shavasana, we're going to go into a restorative pose. So we're going to use that blanket that we were using up at the front of your mat for a pillow to hold your head. And then we're going to reintroduce our homemade bolster. So taking your homemade bolster off to one side of the mat, readily accessible, you're going to take your spine back down to the earth, resting your head over your blanket. You're going to take your bolster. You're going to slide your bolster underneath your knees and allow the legs to come back to the earth. So from here, you can either have your legs hip width distance apart, or you can keep your hips open, guiding the pads of the feet together and the knees are wide in a supported butterfly pose. We're going to start to release the neck. Take your gaze from the right side all the way to the left. From the left, all the way over towards the right. And back again. And eventually coming back to center. Closing the eyes. Allowing the breath to settle back to neutral space. Observing sensations. Observing the breath. To finish today's practice, you can finish it at any point in time that you'd like to. You may choose to stay resting on the ground, maybe even taking one hand over the heart and one hand over the belly. And staying within the field, the framework of the body, observing sensation, observing breath for as long as you want. Just as if you would also like to close your practice by coming to an upright seated position And finishing with a final Om on your exhalation. The choice is yours. May you find peace. May you be fully encompassed with love. May every single cell of your being be filled with love, light, abundance, bliss, and freedom. And may all beings be happy. Be happy. Be happy.